Hey everyone, I'm going to show you an issue that's come up with the latest version of Firefox when looking at the BOM website. Now everyone in Australia knows this site, bom.gov.au, that's the Bureau of Meteorology. And this is what's happening at the moment. It's saying the Bureau of Meteorology website does not currently support connections via HTTPS, even though I only did HTTP. Sure, you'll be redirected to that, but it never gets there. You just see it refreshing every now and again up here, but it's going to keep bouncing to this. So what's actually happening? Well, first of all, to stop this, to stop that refreshing all the time, I'm just going to disable JavaScript. So about config and go JavaScript enabled. I'm just going to disable that for now so we can have a look at it. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that, start again. And what I'm also going to do, of course, is a packet capture. So we'll start that, get the Fox up, bom.gov.au. There's the error, we've captured it. Now stop the capture and have a look. So what's going on? First of all, there's a bunch of art crap. Okay, starts about here. There's the DNS lookup. Okay, so it's finding the address bom.gov.au. Now we see our first sync packet to port 80. Okay, the sync, and what I'll do is I'll just follow that TCP session. And what you'll notice is there isn't much of a session. It's just got the SYN/SYN/ACK, so the session's open, the TCP 3.0 handshake's completed, but there's nothing else that follows. So what actually happened in the capture? Well, following that in the capture to that same address, that .73.19, which is the BOM site, we see a sync packet right here. We see our SYN/SYN/ACK, and now we're doing HTTPS, port 443. So if I follow that stream, see what, I don't really need to look at that, just see what's going on here. We've got SYN/SYN/ACK, client stuff, blah, 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 and we do have a certificate. So coming from the server, it presents its certificate. So somewhere down here, there'll be a certificate. So what I might do, certificates, I'll just pick this one here. I'm going to export that. So I'll export those packet bytes and I'll just call it cert.der. So I'll save that there. Now, I mean, I can expand it down here and have a look at all the bits in here, but what I'm going to do is look at it on the CLI. So here's the CLI, and there's my certificate. Now, if you just try and read that, it won't make much sense, it'll be a mess, okay? What we need to do is use OpenSSL. So OpenSSL X509 in the file name cert.der, inform der, no out, and text. Now this will print up the cert, which of course I can scroll through, but what you really want to do is just put more after it. So I'll do a page at a time. And this is the bit I'm really interested in here, is the date. Now, not before when? Middle of last year, and not after the middle of this year. So it's certainly valid given that it's the start of the year. Bureau of Meteorology, the web address, so it's got a certificate and it looks valid. So everything's fine with that. But if we go back to Wireshark, it's odd that after the initial HTTP connection got established, there wasn't an HTTP redirect. It just suddenly went to HTTPS of its own accord. So that brings back to Firefox. What I'm going to do now is do that again, but first I'm going to bring up the inspector here and I'm going to look at the network, because when you look at it from Wireshark, everything in here is encrypted. Okay, any stuff that happened in here is encrypted. So when it went back, and I didn't show you, it went to HTTP again and got told to go to this website, which is the one that we saw on the screen. It actually told it that within this it'll be in there, like the TLS data that's encrypted. So you can't see that in Wireshark. But if you go to the actual application, which is HTTPS within Firefox, we can have a look at that down here. So now, if I just do that again, bom.gov.au, this happens too. If you've done it a few too many times, it tells me they don't like me because it looks like it's automated requests. But that's okay. As high tech as they are, not. Just restart the browser and do it again. bom.gov.au. Okay, so here's what happened down the bottom here. You've seen the background, it's the same as before. Now what you can see here is it's missing the initial bit where I said www.bom.gov.au, because as you saw in Wireshark, it immediately tried to do HTTPS, which is this one here with the padlock on it. Okay, and within that I can't see in Wireshark, but I can see here, it's saying here's a redirect and go to this address here, which is the one that it ended up loading up the top here. So once it goes to that, we're back at this port 80 one here, which is in Wireshark. It's all this stuff here. Okay, after the encrypted session, we've got the unencrypted one again. So we're back to port 80 because the encrypted session said go back to port 80. And then we get this redirect, and that's when it comes up. So that's what's going on. So why is it doing that even though I never asked for HTTPS? Well, about config again. This time, look for dom.security HTTPS first, PBM. This is set to true. What this will do is make it always check for HTTPS, no matter what. That's why I'll just put that to false. That's why in the packet capture, after the synac ACK on port 80, you didn't see any port 80 from the server saying go to HTTPS. It just did it of its own accord. But now, if I've got that set to false, and I go to www.bom.gov.au, oh, fucking hell. Once I just restart the browser, bom.gov.au, now it works. So it is just an HTTP site. It fucking doesn't like me. Okay, I've done this too many times, but the point is you saw it come up anyway. It's upset for other reasons. But the site will get served on HTTP now. So it had good intentions by trying to force you to use HTTPS, but our fantastic government website is crap. It just kind of annoys me that they have got a certificate on there. They have the web server serving HTTPS. So I don't know why they wouldn't want to just serve the stuff on HTTPS anyway. So they're giving this runaround and causing problems. See, if it didn't have that HTTPS at all, then Firefox would have just stuck with HTTP because there was no HTTPS option. But because it saw there was an HTTPS option with a valid certificate, it said use that. So when it tried to redirect to HTTP, we got the get fucked message. And then I got the other message because I've been trying this too many times and apparently they're upset. So if you want to fix it, just go to, as I said, about config, where all your config lives, and domain security settings, security, first PBM. Just change that to false and you'll be right. And while I'm here and I think about it, I'll put my JavaScript back on. That's it. So good luck. Until next time, take it easy.